I hope you're doing well. Let me know as you're logging in and joining me. How is your Wednesday going? Middle of the week? How are you doing? Are you feeling the energy? Are you feeling tired? What is going on? How's the weather where you are? Hello, Zia. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for joining, everybody. Today, I want to talk about the four business stages. Which one are you currently in? I often talk about business stages just like human phases and stages, right? Your business will grow as you also grow. So, identifying these four main common business stages I think will really give you the clarity in today's live to know, first of all, exactly what stage you are in. What are some of the pain points that you might be experiencing in that stage? And what is a solution, something, a next step that you can focus on that will really help you to make headways in that and to focus on, which is so important. So before I do that, give me a minute. I just want to let me know in the comments how many years have you been in your business or in your entrepreneurship journey. I would love to hear that because, frankly, physical years, like we know them, can definitely relate to some of these stages. So let me know how many years in business have you been and how long you've been an entrepreneur. Love to hear that as well in the comments as you are joining me. So the first phase, the first stage is ideation, right? If you are just at the beginning of your business, I remember my beginnings in this phase was all about very confusing, a lot of mindset work, a lot of imposter syndrome, a lot of not lack of clarity on your positioning, a lot of clarity on your niche, lack of clarity on the main problem you solve, a lot of feelings of imposter, as I mentioned, a lot of feelings of who am I to do this? Am I able going to be do this? What if I try and I start and I fail? These are all very common feelings when you are first in the ideation stage, which is where every business starts. So if you're there and you are just maybe starting your business, launching your business, been at it for a couple of months or maybe even a year, I mean, I find that there could be people in this stage, maybe even in their first 2 years of their business. So let me know if that resonates with you. But yeah, lack of the one takeaway in the stage that you need in the ideation stage is clear positioning and a clear one main problem that you want to solve and that you want to get known for in your positioning. So that is the first one. The second stage is validation. So finally, you get a little validation around your offer. However, you're still very inconsistent. You still don't have market validation around the offer that you have created, the way that you want to help your potential clients. You are probably following many people, too many voices in your head. You're consuming a lot of content. You are probably still in student mode, not so much in implementation mode. You think that a lot of the things that are going to move your business forward are more vanity metrics, is what I call them. You probably are tweaking with your website. You are building a funnel. You are, working on everything that is not front face to your potential client at this stage. So you're still throwing a lot of spaghetti on the wall, hopefully, thinking one will stick. Usually, the biggest challenge in this phase is to keep yourself faithful, grounded, consistent, because you are probably 2 feet from gold, right? In breaking through, so you get to the next stage. Everyone goes through this, right? This is the journey. This is the process. The next stage is the traction stage. This is where you get a little traction. A lot of some of your efforts in phases 1 and 2, the ideation and the validation, are starting to come to fruition. You probably have, a few clients already under your belt that you are helping and serving. However, you lack inconsistent income, right? It's like that concept of feast and famine. It's a hit and miss. You get clients, but you don't know how to continuously get consistent income. You don't know how to set systems in place for the business yet, so that you have the structure and the foundation set so that it keeps repeating and keeps serving you. Usually in the stage of traction, you have stopped doing your marketing and your sales in the business because you're more focused on delivering service for your clients. So you probably have forgotten about doing your sales and marketing to bring in new clients. So that does not help with your income consistency. So there is a lot of that inconsistency in the phase of traction. You do have some market proof for your concept or business model or offer, because of course because you're already serving a couple of clients, and that is what's happening in this phase. So the next step for this particular phase is to focus on exactly that. Focus on landing, structuring your business model so that you have consistent income coming in while you are setting some systems in place, and also maybe even hiring some people that can support you with delegation, which is a big problem in this phase, so that you can continue and consistently do your visibility, branding efforts, but also your marketing and sales, which will continue to bring in new clients towards you. So that is what the third stage is. And CO activation is the last stage. After the traction stage, congratulations, you have graduated into the CO activation stage, which is where time is your most important commodity. You have some systems in place, you have clients that you are serving. However, your business model is not sustainable for growth. You still need to delegate better. You need to add more people to your team so that you have created those systems. It feels like 24 hours in a day are not enough. There's not enough hours in a day. So at this phase and stage, it's really important to, again, structure your business model that is more sustainable, align your current clients as well as your sales and marketing efforts with the right systems and the right people that you can delegate things to, and then have that stability that you might be missing at this phase. I always call this phase what is the word I'm looking for? The identity crisis phase, because there's so much pressure that you are feeling. There's a lot of, you're having good problems, it's what I call it, which most entrepreneurs of the other phases are looking for, right? But that's why we graduate through these different phases. And there's different problems and solutions that we are solving for in all of these different phases and stages, that you can, do that. In some of these phases for the stability of income, there's a lot of clients that I help that are also landing in corporate clients. And that helps a lot if you are in the traction or CO activation phase. But besides your consumer clients that you are serving, you now have the systems in place, the foundation in place, the positioning in place, so that you can potentially bring in corporate clients, which will give you more longer revenue, and also, of course, a higher chance for prices that you can charge, which will give you some of that stability as you are also laying that foundation, giving you some ROI as you are again growing the systems aspect and also bringing in more people for your team aspect. So that's usually what happens at this phase. Now, of course, I personally support people at all these different phases, and it's very easy for me to understand where people are and how to bridge the gap between where they are to where they want to go with their business growth, all the way from, again, all those foundational things that you might be missing or lacking at certain phases and stages. And also, what is it that you need now to continue to build that structure towards legacy, right? But it's very normal. If you have identified yourself with any of these phases and stages, let me know in the comments. We all will go through all of these phases. This is a process we all go through as business owners or entrepreneurs. So it's very normal. And it's a good thing, actually, because you don't want to be in the CEO activation phase right away, right? Because you're going to pull your hair out, right? You want everything is meant to be just like life, right? I mean, everything is meant to be teaching you, building you slowly but surely for the next phase that you'll be going into and graduating from. So no worries there. Just so you know that this is normal and a lot of your efforts. I know I have a lot of people, maybe in my audience, that are in the ideation and validation phase. This is a phase where you want to give up and you don't see the fruit of your labor. So don't do that, because you're 2 feet away from gold. So never do that. Don't quit. Quitting is not an option. You can rest, but don't quit. That's why finding the right people to help you is really, really important. So let me know if you want support with any of these phases, or even if you want to jump on a Zoom call together. I can very understandably and very clearly walk you through the clarifying of what phase and stage that you are in, where is your gap, and what is it that you can do to move forward to the next phase. Be more than happy to do that for you here today, as you're going to join me on this live. So reach out, connect, or just leave a comment and I'll be able to connect with you that way as well. Thank you, everyone. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in another live next week. Bye, everybody.